really good with me.
All right, we're here at Apollo Field with Joe, member of the Apollo Field Warbird Squadron, and Joe is going to take up his B-17 and get a little pre-flight to get ready for the Fun Fly event that Tony Nacarado is hosting on Sunday here, the 13th of October, 2013. Let's make that 2013. All right, Joe is just getting ready to put the batteries in his Starmax B-17. This particular version is a little bit larger than some of the other planes on our squadron, which are the Hobby King version. And this one has 1400 kV motors compared to our 700. So Joe needs to throttle back a little bit and sometimes drop flaps just to slow it down so he can fly formation with the rest of the squadron. So anyway, here we are on the tarmac, and Joe is just getting ready to put in his second battery. Oh, by the way, Joe's plane is equipped with the Mr. RC sound system, and he's now putting in the battery that will arm that sound system. And I think you just heard that it said Airplane 6, which is the chip's number for a multi-engine plane. So Joe's putting on the top cover now and checking his controls. Everything looks good. So we're just about ready now to go on out and do a little pre-flight prior to the Sunday event. I'm going to sign off right now, and we'll come back in just a second. Here we are back, and Joe's just started the RC sound system, and I'm going to walk around to the front so we can get kind of a front view of the plane as it taxis forward. Gonna go out this way? All right. Okay. All right. Joe's about ready to start his taxi, and here the plane is now moving out. And Joe just coming into the picture, and he'll be making a right turn now onto our dogleg taxi strip, and he'll be getting ready to go on out. And I'll be following him out to the runway. Joe's about halfway out to the runway, and I'm sure he's checking and make sure all the controls are functioning properly. And we have wind pretty much coming directly from the south, which means you'll be taking off almost directly into the wind, and you'll be able to land directly into the wind, which will be a big help. Looks like we only have one other flyer in the pattern right now, so I don't know if Joe's going to call it going out or if he's going to wait for the other flyer to come down. Joe just called going out, so he's taking his B-17 out to the runway, and he's getting her lined up. Okay, there, Joe's got her all lined up. And he looks like he's checking the wind, and he just called taking off. All right, here we go. We'll follow the plane as it goes down the runway. Oh, nice scale takeoff, Joe. Nice scale takeoff. Joe's plane, being a little bigger and a little heavier than our Hobby King versions, seems to handle the wind a lot better. And we just do have a little bit of wind today. And he's making the turn at the big eucalyptus that you can see in the distance. And he's bringing it around here on he's making a turn on to fly right over the center of the runway. And he's just called low pass. Nice looking low pass, Joe.
Thank you.
You can see how fast the plane goes downwind. In these conditions, it requires a lot of throttle control to maintain a constant speed. We come right over the runway and right over here ahead. Gets up and goes, Joe, doesn't it? Wow. When it goes downwind, it is really a rocket ship. Sure, you have to power up a little bit now as he comes into the wind. Ooh, a nice bank for us, nice camera angle. Very good, Joe, looking good. Joe's making a turn on to final here. He's got this one up to bombing altitude. I think you can barely hear the motors, but they're running. The Mr. RC sound system on board. All right, Joe's called a gear check. He's downwind right now, and he'll be turning.
Look how fast that
is. It does. It really gets going, doesn't it? All right, he's going to be making a turn here up the center of the runway, and he'll be dropping his landing gear, and we'll call 3 in the green. Now, Joe's aircraft is equipped with a retractable tail wheel, so he needs to call 3 in the green. And we have 3 in the green, and you heard Joe just called landing. He's making his turn for downwind.
I'll land it right in front of you.
Okay. See if I can go out a little bit and get more of a head-on shot here. All right, Joe, not a bad landing, a lot of wind. All right, we're going to move over here now, and Joe will be taxiing into the center field taxi strip. And a little bumpy going across the infield here. And we'll try to keep the camera on the plane. Oops, that wind, boy, I'll tell you, this, sometimes he's going out now, because sometimes with that big banjo tail on these planes, you just cannot keep that, plane, going the way you want it to go. So anyway, Joe's going out there, and he'll just lift it up a little bit and get it back on a runway. I'm sure there's no damage. Sound system shut down, Joe? I don't hear it going. Oh, okay. When you shut Mr. RC sound system, you got to kind of wait for the unit to recycle. All right, now you're going to hear a click. There, hear the click?
Yeah.
All right, now that click means that the board is rearmed and you can restart the engine sound. All right, Joe is starting the taxi back now to the tarmac. And Joe used a lot of left aileron to keep that, help that tail. There you go. You can keep that upside wing down. It helps the vertical stave to control the taxi. Anyway, it looks like Joe's got her under control. And we'll be following him back into the tarmac now. I'm going to kind of stop for a minute and kind of let Joe get into the picture here. There's Joe. And he's taxiing a nice looking little B-17 of his back into the ramp, and I think under these wind conditions that was a pretty good flight demo. I don't know if Joe is going to perform our taxi and shutdown. It doesn't look like it, being only one aircraft. I think he's just going to taxi it back. Looks like he's just now shut the motors down, and we'll kind of go over and kind of. Oh, we just had another one of our members, Bob Joyce. You want to say hi to us, Bob, and get on camera? Okay, Bob is he's a Mustang man. Call sign, and he's just come out to fly.
Absent.
Good to see you.
For quite a while.
Oh, that is a close-up.
you might as well say I've been AWOL.
You've been AWOL from duty.
AWOL,
well, we're
right.
glad to see you back. We're just finishing up a video here with Joe.
Okay.
Joe, what do you think? Was that a fairly good, successful flight, or? Okay. He's looks like he's just undoing his sound system.
Airplane.
And you can hear it telling him it's got airplane 6 on the sound. He's pulled his batteries and just shutting off his transmitter.
Hey, Bob.
And we're going to call that a good flight, right, Joe?
Great flight.
All right, buddy. Good shot.